What's up guys, this is AZ Wallbreaker here and you are watching my channel Wallbreakers, here to inspire you to be epic, be legendary. Alright, today I am doing my series Becoming One with the Nation. This time I am focusing on Estonia. Before I get into this, please, if you like this, consider hitting like, subscribe, and share my story. If you want to see my finished videos, I will post them up above. Please check them out. Alright, so I'm going to start today by learning Estonian. I hear that the language is very hard to learn. I'm going to learn some basic phrases, and I am also going to focus on 5 things that makes Estonia awesome. Tere.
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 Nägemist.
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 Jaa.
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 Ei.
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 Aitäh.
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 Palun.
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 Palun. Vabandust. Vabandust.
Alright, so I just used the 17-minute Learn Estonian. I will post that down below. My experience so far in learning Estonian is the basics. They're easy to remember. It helps that I'm learning a little bit of Finnish because they're kind of similar. Different but similar in a way. It's not surprising because the countries are pretty much next door to each other. They're just separated by the Baltic Sea, and a lot of Finnish people come down from Finland to Estonia to do shopping because it's cheaper to buy stuff in Estonia than to buy it in Finland, from what I've heard from people who have visited both countries. I'm sure as I progress it will get challenging, sentence stuff will get crazy. If I screw anything up or sound ridiculous, I apologize already, but as I said in my past 2 videos about Finland, I'm just learning. I want to be part of the culture and I'm gonna do my best. The next thing is we're going to talk about 5 amazing things that make Estonia awesome. 1. Hiking. Now, you might be asking, if you're like me, what the heck is hiking? If you're not from Estonia or near that area, you're probably never heard of this term. But let me just say, you don't say Estonia without swinging. Now, I remember when I was a kid, when I used to go on the swing set. I used to get on there and I used to imagine that I was a pilot flying in the air, just trying to go as high as possible and, you know, just trying to do it. In Estonia, they've taken this to a whole new level, and they've created a game called, or a sport called hiking. They take this huge setup and this huge swing set, and the idea is to go over the fulcrum at least one time, I guess, and whoever wins because they went over the fulcrum with the longer swing set. It is interesting. I think this is a fun sport. I would do it. It was invented in 1993 by Otto Kosk, and he took the idea of swinging and made this big contraption on which you have these logs and one horizontal log that holds the 2 bases up. And between those logs there's this swing set with long poles, and instead of sitting like you normally do on a swing set, you stand, but because they want to protect you and keep you safe, they strap you down so you don't fly, because the human body can't take that much force the higher it goes. So in 1996 they made the setup that is used today to compete. As you have it, Estonians play a lot of this sport and it's very popular. What I've researched is that both men and women compete in these events, in which, like I said, the object is trying to take the longest swing set and be able to go over the fulcrum. And that is how you win. I think it would be fun. I would love to try it. If I get the opportunity to go out there in Estonia and try hiking, you best believe I am doing it, and I'm going to try to get over the fulcrum. The next interesting thing that makes Estonia so awesome is they offer free transportation to the public. And I found out from my education, what I've learned is that it started with the capital city, Tallinn, and what the local governments there did was they wanted to kill two birds with one stone. So instead of, they want to get as much cars off the street to protect their environment while getting more tax dollars. So what they did is they gave local residents free public transportation. So this was good because instead of having so many people that use cars, they depended on public transportation to get to and from, and it doesn't matter where you're at. You can be upper class, you can be lower class, you can be rich, poor, you are taking public transportation to be able to get to and from to whatever you want, and it's very affordable. So they killed two birds with one stone by getting rid of many cars, which helps the environment, and two, getting more tax dollars because people are depending on this. I imagine that the public transportation in Estonia is top notch. The third thing that I found that was very awesome about Estonia was Eurovision. I've never seen Eurovision. I can only imagine from what I've seen that it's like American Idol or The Voice, but instead of the United States, you're focusing on an entire continent where competitors from all over the European continent compete with each other. Now, the reason I bring this up because I want you to focus on 2001. The country won the Eurovision contestant for the first time, which is very awesome for the country. But what's even more interesting was it had the first black singer to win the contest.
All right, hey, hey. Well, are you ready? You bet, but are you ready? Oh yeah! All right. You give it to them now. Hey. Well, every night's Friday night. What night? Ladies, special fees right. I guess it's a party time. The two of us will sing again. Two of us together again. The hottest young and we don't win. Young and handsome, they say. Come on, Dave. To get the sadness out the door.
Dave Benton, who was black, sang with Tanel Pendrell. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry. But the duo sang together. They sung the song Everybody. I gotta admit, it's kind of a cheesy song, and I found it interesting that they won it, but I didn't listen to the rest of the singers or the contestants. But I heard the song. It was upbeat. It was made people get up out of the seats for what I saw. But at the same time, as I listened to it, I was like, it's a little bit cheesy. I don't know how they won it, but they won it. They were champions, and I don't know what happened to them afterwards. I'm sure they got some record deals or something because of how popular they were. But it's amazing that Estonia took the black person and won the competition where you're competing against a bunch of people all over Europe. The next thing that I found very awesome about Estonia is online voting. I can't believe that in my country we haven't adopted that, but I can understand the concerns about taking online voting. Estonia started to do this a while back, and they're the only country that I know of that does online voting, in which people get their own pins and registration and they vote. They vote online. This would be a good thing for me, especially in America, because this would save time. Instead of having to drive to polling places and having to fill out the paperwork and check ID, you can vote at home, and you can save time. You have no excuse, because if you have online capabilities, which if you're in Estonia is one of the top technological places in the world. There are some concerns with online voting, as in there's fraud, someone could hack it, someone could do whatever, but they haven't had any issues with that, which I think is really awesome, which is saying a lot. The last and final thing that makes Estonia such a great place is Skype. I love Skype. I have Skype. Skype has done wonders for me personally. It has allowed me to contact family in Nigeria. It allowed me to schedule my skydiving from the States when I called from the States to New Zealand to be able to set it up. That was the first time I ever talked to a New Zealander before, which was awesome. It has allowed my wife to look for jobs while we was in New Zealand, calling back to the States. It has done wonders for me, and Skype is such a phenomenal tool, phenomenal app that I had on my phone. And every phone that I've ever owned, Skype is on there. From this American to all of the Estonians out there, thank you for creating such a wonderful tool to help me keep in touch with friends and family. I appreciate that. That's the end of this video. If you like this video, please consider hitting like, subscribe, and share this video, because you know I want to inspire people to try to be part of the country, even if they're just there for a short time, like I'm going to be doing. I still want to inspire people to be able to go there and just try to assimilate to the culture, so they could get an appreciation of that culture. So please hit me up on all the social media, as they will be down below. I'll be seeing you later. So remember, always be epic, be legendary, and I'll see you later.